Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Lewis Speaks 2021, and today I want to talk to you all about why families become estranged from one another. I've learned through experience that some families, become estranged from one another because they do not respect one another's journey. They don't respect a person's right to figure things out on their own. They try to impose their own timetable on someone else's progress, on someone else's development. And if they're not moving according to how one family member feels they should, then they just distance themselves. And I've had family members, I've had to disconnect from because they became toxic. They started to undermine who I wanted to be in the world. And I realized that to continue to be in close contact with them would ultimately jeopardize my own personal identity. And so I had to definitely disconnect from them. But I also realized that I respect people's journey. At the same time, I respect people's right to figure themselves out. And I don't cut family members off who are trying to figure things out. It's only when they don't respect me. It's only when they don't consider me. It's only when there's this habit and there's this pattern of inconsideration that I feel obligated to kind of move away from them. And I've had to cut a lot of family members off and a lot of friends off too, because the disrespect, the lack of consideration, the lack of respect for my journey. I'm an individual and I have my own timetable. I have my own experience that I have to navigate in the world. And if someone can't respect that, if they constantly try to impose their own timetable, their own views on who they think I should be and who they want me to be, if they keep on trying to impose that, then they have to just, I have to separate. I have to move on. I have to separate myself from them, and that's painful. It hurts having to leave someone you love and have to, cut them off. It hurts. It's a pain sometimes it's worse than death. But it's necessary. And I realize that, while you love a person, a lot of people really don't understand you. Not like you understand you. And so a lot of people will definitely try and accuse you of not making progress, of not going according to plan. But you're exactly where you need to be. You're exactly where you need to be. You know? You are on time. You are on point. Right now you are journeying. And this video is for anybody out there who's going through it with their family members. You need to realize that a lot of times distance sometimes helps heal a lot of rifts. Sometimes you have to distance yourself for a minute so that way people get an understanding of life. So that way they can eat at the Karma Cafe. They can understand why you feel the way that you feel, because a lot of people do not understand why you feel the way you feel, why you do what you do, until they go through it. And it's only when they go through it do they understand. Like I always say this, people think that I'm crazy until they've been through what I've been through. Then all of a sudden, I'm not so crazy anymore. It's only until a person really genuinely experiences what you've been through do they gain an understanding of who you are. And it's sad. It's sad because a lot of times, family members only get together when one of them dies. Then they want to bring flowers. Then they want to cry and mourn. But while that person was alive and living, that the family member didn't care. Now when they're dead and gone, all of a sudden they have nice things to say. All of a sudden they have regrets and they wish they would have done X, Y, and Z. But it's too late then. And that's why sometimes I get upset with the family members that I've had to distance myself from, because it's like you let all this time pass. You let all these years pass. And then when we're all old and gray and decrepit and can't do much, now you want to apologize. Now you want there to be a reconciliation. Well, too late. Now we're auditioning for the grave. And it's upsetting because all that time was wasted. All the time that could have been spent getting to know one another, getting to love each other, getting to hold one another, getting to build memories. It's just all that time wasted. But it is what it is. So I say this, if you are estranged from your family, definitely take the time to love on yourself. Double down on your love for self. Double down. And what I mean by that is really, really start to prioritize your needs. Self-care. Make every day something that you are proud of. Every day, do something that you are proud of. Do something for yourself every single day. Double down hard on self-love. Oftentimes we want other people to give us gifts. We want other people to call us. We want other people to check in with us. But we don't do those things for ourselves. We don't check in with ourselves or call ourselves or give ourselves gifts. When you are estranged from your loved ones, you have to double down. Also, don't allow anybody to betray you. And how do you allow people to betray you? By betraying yourself. Self-betrayal, every betrayal I realize, it starts with yourself. Every betrayal, because you ignore the signs, you have an intuition about somebody, but yet and still you ignore those signs. That's betraying yourself. You ignore your intuition and you run over to their lives. No. Stop betraying yourself. When you double down on self-love, you honor your intuition. When your gut feels something, you act upon it immediately. Not yesterday, but right away. That's an act of self-love. And so when you are estranged from your loved ones, you have to be the loved one that you seek. You have to be that loved one. Me, I have so many loved ones in my life right now inside of me. I think about ancestors. I think about parents. I think about, I parent myself, I parent myself. I give myself my inner child. What does my inner child need? My inner child needs nurturance. My inner child needs protection. My inner child needs trust. My inner child needs to be told that it is loved and shown that it is loved. And so I double down. Because I tell you, sometimes it's a struggle out here when you are estranged from your relatives, and it's hurtful, because when you're out here fighting by yourself, it could sometimes feel as though you have no one. It could sometimes you definitely find yourself getting very depressed. You find yourself feeling like you want to give up. I've had moments in the past where I was not speaking to my immediate family, and there were moments when I felt like I wanted to give up, like I just wanted to throw it all away, and then I realized, wait a minute. For one, my Heavenly Father did not create any junk. He did not create my life to just go down the drain. He created me with a purpose and a mission. And it's my responsibility to honor that purpose and mission. In the scriptures, it mentions about the talents. A king gave, his servants some talents. He gave them, various pieces of talent. And their job was to go out there and multiply it. And the ones who didn't multiply, the servant who didn't multiply his talent, the talent was taken away from him. So my thing is this: if you're not out here utilizing your talents in the service of, for one, your Heavenly Father, in the service of your needs, if you're not doing that, well, then your talents are going to be removed. You have to honor the gifts that God gave you. Honor those gifts and realize that you are on purpose. You are here with a purpose. Every last living soul on this earth has a purpose. Every last living soul. So you need to find your purpose and you need to walk in it every single day. Do not allow anybody to talk you out of your purpose. And if you're estranged from loved ones, hey, my thing is this: no one person defines your entire life. No one person. You are here and you have a mission. Your life is valuable. And other people don't have to think so. That's not for them. You know your life is valuable. God knows your life is valuable. Time to act like you know. So I hope this video was helpful. I hope that, you definitely decide to love on yourself extra and double down on that love and treat yourself good and honor yourself. Begin to attract the abundance that you have already in you. Begin to attract it. How to attract that abundance? By treating yourself very, very good. Loving on yourself. Loving yourself extra. So I hope this video was helpful to you, and I wish everybody a wonderful and a very successful life. Peace.